Hey, we're back again. Coon Prairie Ramblers. We're still confabulating. We got the wagon circled up. We're going to do the if bomb.
It is time for that infamous if bomb. Are you guys ready? Everybody hunker down, hunker in the bunker, because here she comes. Dude. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right. What if, say, what if you were not married for whatever reason, if you're even married to begin with, would you remarry, or would you say, I've had enough of that? Or, and if you did, we're going to remarry, if you had to choose one, would you choose going on blind dates or online matchmaking? What would we do?
Well, in my previous marriage.
All right.
When that one ended, that previous life, when it ended, I was scared. Because I was afraid I was going to make a terrible, because I felt I'd made a terrible mistake in the second one. I'm thinking, I want to get remarried at some point, but I was afraid I was going to make a bad mistake. And and I was every person I came into contact, I was kind of like, I didn't know. So the idea of blind marriage was out for blind marriage. Blind dating.
Wow, just skip right from the blind dating and the online dating to the blind marriage.
That was out for me.
But would you?
How long did it take you to remarry?
Let's see. February of 95 to March of 97.
2 years.
Right. That's good. Yeah. That's a good time.
Yeah.
But would you remarry? That's the question.
Yes.
If you weren't married again.
Yes.
Would you remarry?
I would.
Casey?
No.
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 I wouldn't.
Morgan?
That was a blank no.
I'm not married. I've been married before. If I found the right person, I might do it again. My mom always told me never say never. Because as soon as you say, I'm never doing that, it's
that's
gonna,
right.
Here you go.
Come back to bite you.
We'll get challenged.
I don't know that I would. I say that I never would, but you never know. You have to, as time goes by, if you feel like you want companionship, that may change everything for you. But, okay, let's go to the...
without getting married. Keep that in mind.
Keep what in mind?
You can have companionship without being married.
That's exactly right.
And have a different companion every night.
Oh, there you go. Here we go.
What if?
Having the cow and getting the milk free, right? That's what you're talking about.
Yeah, well, so what? Women don't want to,
fire up the grill.
Women don't want to have to buy a pig to get the sausage for free.
Oh, there you go. Oh, have mercy. Well, that works. That swings both ways, don't it?
It does.
But going to the second half of the what-if bomb, we have to go to, if you had to choose a method between blind dating or online matchmaking, what would you do? And do you have any blind dating stories?
I think I've had one blind date. It was a long time.
And I think I've had one, but I can't.
Which end of it were you on? Were you
I
the
think
blind
it was
date?
a bad experience, and I put it way out of my memory, and I can't draw it back in.
Did you have a blind date, or you were the blind date for somebody?
No, somebody. But here's the thing. I'm terrible at picking out guys. My friends and family are terrible at picking out guys. So why would I trust an online service to pick out something that's the same thing?
And they don't even know you.
Let the guy
pick you.
Even if the guy pick you this time. Well,
they usually do.
Well, the one thing about all of that online stuff is there's got to be some type of physical attraction.
Yes, absolutely agree.
And I don't say they have to be the most beautiful person in the world, but to you there has to be something that clicks. Like you love thinking, yeah, wow, I like that one.
Yes, because they're tall, dark, and handsome, or they got a good sense of humor, or they drive a Mercedes or whatever.
You can't find online, or you can't find unless you meet them.
It's too impersonal, you're saying.
Yeah, to me.
I agree. I agree with you 100%, Casey. I think that in order for you to have a relationship with somebody to move towards that part of where you want to get married or whatever, you have to have some type of physical attraction. Either you have to.
Yes. They say that men fall in love with their eyes and women fall in love with their ears. You believe that to be true?
Well, I believe that's true for the men with the eye thing.
Well, I think it's true for women, too. I do. I think that times have changed where it's not so much.
Come a long way, baby.
Yeah, it's a totally different thing.
Women are not as shallow as men are.
Whoa. You're saying that you're long distance.
I hate to tell you, sir, there are times when we women are very shallow.
But I think on a whole, okay, let me give you an example. You will see a lot more less than attractive men with beautiful women and you will see beautiful, attractive men with ugly women.
Depends on how much money she has.
That's true.
You'll never see.
Wait a minute.
You may. Okay, let's leave all that out.
Okay.
Let's just leave out physical. I mean, let's just concentrate on the physical. You're not going to see somebody like George Clooney going around with Mimi from the Drew Carey Show.
That's true.
Well, I don't know.
And you might see Mimi with
I guess
somebody.
it depends on what you like, because everybody's different. You know, there are men out there who are attractive and they like BBWs. They like that.
Dummy chasers.
I have seen good-looking guys married to not very good-looking women, but I've always thought, well, maybe she was good-looking when he got married to her, and then things changed.
You see what he did
It
to her.
could be,
Yeah.
but also it could be that he wants someone like that so that she's not off doing other things.
And so other men are not attracted to her. They're going to be
Yes.
hitting on her.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
I know you wouldn't, but it doesn't mean that other
Yeah.
people wouldn't.
Yeah.
KC, didn't you say you had a blind date story?
Well, I've been on some blind dates, and you know, one of them was one of the worst dates I've ever been on in my life. It was just one of those you don't click at all, you know.
Yeah.
And she was a beautiful girl. I mean, she was like from Michigan or something, and she was like some girl that had won like Miss Michigan or was runner-up or something.
No kidding.
And
Get away.
her uncle or something was a cop down in Charlotte County, so somehow he set us up, and it was a disaster. I couldn't wait to get her to the house. It was just terrible, terrible.
Wow.
Okay.
And I've been others that went out really good, but I mean, it wasn't like I thought, I got to go out again after this. But it was just a good time. And then there was one that I just blew off and didn't go on. So I guess it's
You stood up a blind date.
He stood up a blind date.
Yeah.
I did.
Okay, Casey. So here's one for you. I just had it. It's gone.
That comes with
It was
age.
something really awesome. Yeah, I know. I've heard.
You want to hear my blind date story?
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't really a blind date. I'm not going to mention these people's name, but there was a boyfriend and girlfriend who were going together for a long time, and she went off to college over at Tampa, left here, and
you know who you are.
he was worried that it might be that she might be seeing somebody else after a while. So he decided, well, we're going to trick her. We're going to find out. So he got me in my handwriting to write a letter to her, saying, "Well, I've been watching you from afar. I've been admiring you. I
Okay,
see you,
that's
I
stalker
see you
style.
around campus and
Ew.
and blah blah blah. And then I'd like to meet you. So if you would, let's meet at such and such mall on such and such day by the fountain. You know some of the." So we set this up 2 or 3 weeks ahead of time. So we sent the letter to her. And in the meanwhile, she came home and she saw him, but she didn't say anything about the letter, and he certainly didn't say anything. So the day came, we go over to Tampa, and we're at the mall, and then we're over there hiding over there because she would recognize us in one of the stores, peeking out, and we're looking at what we're clear view of the fountain. We're waiting for her to show up and wait for the mystery man, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited, and never did. She never showed up. So we said,
Yeah, because you get a letter like that, and a girl thinks she's got a stalker. Ew.
well, you ain't heard the best part yet. So we go back home. We failed miserably. And then after about a week or two, he can't stand it any longer. He confesses to what we did, and we were just trying to find out. You know, he was trying to be all nice about it, blah, blah, blah. And what did you think? We really want to know what you thought. She says, well, what it is, I took one look at the postmark on the letter. It said Nocatee. I just threw it in the trash.
Because you guys are brilliant.
We shot ourselves in the foot.
Way to think that out.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
a true
my
story.
Lord.
Every
So
word is true.
I ain't gonna date nobody from Nocatee.
Oh, you
There
know
you
what?
go.
I don't remember what it was I was going to tell you. The one thing I cannot do, I cannot date someone who is an idiot. I cannot do stupid.
Well, how do you know if you go on the date if they're idiot or not?
If they can't hold,
You ask them,
if
hey,
they
are you
can't-
an idiot?
If they can't hold a conversation with you or have an intelligent conversation about pretty much anything, you can talk about anything. But if you can't, I tried dating a dumb guy once. Oh my God, it was a disaster.
So you do fall in love with your ears.
No, No.
Was he a good-looking guy?
Oh, he was hot. He was a personal
Yeah.
trainer. Yeah, he was super hot.
Well, that
But
should be
he
the
was
first
just-
clue right there.
Yeah, but they're not all like that. They're not all that way. I knew some other personal trainers that were
Steroids
smart.
have a way of shrinking
didn't
the brain.
He didn't do
I
steroids.
heard.
He was just dumb. I had a house plant with a higher IQ than this guy.
Oh.
I think that a lot of people like to go to movies on a first date so they don't have to talk.
Oh.
But me, I'd prefer to go somewhere where you do have to talk and
Me too.
It
I
was
agree with you.
happen that way, you know.
I
Yeah.
agree.
You know, go out to eat somewhere. And
I wouldn't want to go out with a group because I tend to be not very talkative in a bigger group. You know, like the Coon Prairie Ramblers, I'm more talkative. You know, the smaller the group.
Right.
So if I was to have a blind, well, that would work. Do blind dates just go just themselves?
No,
Yeah.
you can go with a group
Yeah.
because a buddy could say,
Yeah.
"Hey, I got a friend I want you to meet," and the four of you go
But
out.
I'm
Oh.
much better one-on-one. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. So
Yeah.
here's a great blind date story.
All right.
So my grandfather was on a blind date with this female,
I hope so.
and there was a group of them that went out together, and I think there was 2 other couples, so there was 6 of them all together. And my granddad drove, and that's how he met my grandmother. She was on a date with someone else, or on a blind date with someone else, and he really liked her, so he made sure that she was the last person he dropped off that night.
That's pretty
Mhm.
sneaky right
Mhm.
there.
And he knew that when he met her, he wanted to marry her. And 2 weeks later, he came back down. He was working, I guess, in Jacksonville, and he's from North Carolina, but she lived in Palmetto, and he came down and asked her to marry him 2 weeks later, and they were married 65 years.
It was meant to be.
Hmm.
It was
Some
meant
things
to
are
be.
meant to be.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Yerica, you ever been on a blind date? No. Would you go on one? Would you find somebody online first? Which would you rather do?
I don't know that you would do that either.
No.
Eric is very shy and not a social butterfly.
She wants us to think that. Yeah. She's saying she is. We'll see.
What would your name be on your blind date?
Yeah, your blind date
On your
or your matchmaker.
your
What's your name be?
website, your what do you call it? The dating site.
It would be Studley Do Right of the Mountains.
Oh,
Of the
no,
Mounties, Royal
that's
Mounties.
terrible.
Studley Do Right. We're down to 20 seconds. Shoot, we got to get out of here. So
Nocatee.
we got to go.
It's been
Studley
great.
Do Right from
It's been
Nocatee.
great fun, you
It's
guys.
been fun. We'll see you next week.
What?
Signing off from the little
Still
radio,
single in Arcadia.
the little radio station on the prairie.